Tippers, it's our favorite time of the year when we have some intimate time with Dr. Love. What's up, Dr. Love?
What's up, T?
How you living, boo?
Oh, doing my thing. Yeah. Loving every day. Loving life.
Anything
Loving
exciting
people,
going on in your
love.
world? I was gonna say anything exciting going on in your world around
no,
love.
It was work. I mean,
what about love?
I will say today I pulled into my apartment like area, and I see this fine ass dude. I was like,
did you flirt?
No, in my head.
Did you
in
vibe?
My head.
Did you vibe?
No,
Vibey?
I didn't. I just turned and I was like, I just caught myself staring. It was my fiance. I was like, hey, boo. He just came back from a trip. So
Lafayette's out there looking like a whole John. What's
literally,
up,
I pulled over and I was like, hey.
I can't even.
But it was so
at least
funny.
It was him.
I know, right?
Anywho,
hilarious.
I have a question for you because this has been a heated topic amongst my lady friends.
All right.
And I said, why not ask the expert, Dr. Love? And the question is, how much is too much in providing financial support for your significant other? And how you show up and give financial support looks different for everyone. But in terms of the advice that we're going to get from you, Dr. Love, is there are some. So for me, where this question came from, because I believe in just doing great things. Like if I can afford it, I don't care. Like I wanted to try to get some season tickets for Brother Muhammad and I, and I'll pay for trips and stuff. I don't care. Like if I have it, I'll do it. And I had one of my friends like, yo, you need to pump your brakes. Like you're doing a little too much, boo. Like that's not what you should be doing. And I said, you know what? Let me ask the great doctor that I know. Who cares about MDs? Not. But, what's your thoughts on that, Dr. Love? Do you think it rather be, it doesn't matter. It's not specific to any gender, but what's your overall thoughts?
So for me, I'm not into keeping score. I'm also the type of person, I'm not in a relationship to kind of like judge the other person for what's going on. Like, I think now that I'm moving towards marriage, obviously we're talking about finances and stuff a lot more.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you say support, it's like, what are you talking about? Like now, does this person have a job? Are they in school?
Depends. Everyone's different. Like,
that's
again,
what I'm saying. So like,
support
that's what I'm saying.
looks different from everyone else.
Very circumstantial.
Yeah.
Right. And I think when you're a union, you're sharing responsibilities. Like as long as things are reciprocal. Now,
let's pause right there.
Yeah.
Let's pause right there because I have a question.
Okay.
When you say union, that can be whatever. It doesn't have to necessarily be marriage. You mean just a couple in general?
A serious couple. A serious couple.
What qualifies
meaning you're
as a
not
serious
dating.
couple?
You're together. You're boyfriend and girlfriend, partner and partner, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Meaning you're monogamous to each other.
Okay. So you're in a monogamous relationship.
You're in a monogamous relationship.
Let's say, I'm very open. I don't care. Like we could use me for example. I don't know who this girl named Tania is who is talks and shares. Remember when I first started, and I think we had was it Raven? Someone was on. It was like
Raven.
She was like Tania. Right? Raven, shout out to you because ever since you left, your girl has been totally different. She's like, you need to open up. You need to be more authentic. You need to, share more. And boy, have I been sharing
right.
A little too much. But anywho, no, not necessarily, do you think there needs to be a limit on what one should spend as it relates to their significant other, especially let's say one person makes, more than the other and can afford to do more for their partner? Do you think is a such thing as too much?
I mean, I think if it's big ticket items, things like, in your case, there's certain things that you like and you want and that you have certain standards. And if your partner is not able to do the things or spend as frivolously because they either have kids or they have mortgages and they have other things. Like we got
or may not just be,
or they just
where you are,
or they don't spend on that type of stuff. Like I'm the type of person, I like my things a certain way. Nafis is very like, it's Zoe, like his daughter called him very earthy.
We know we love H&M. We know that.
Like she said he's a very earthy guy. I'm earthy, but I'm also kind of earthy bougie, right? So like hotels,
facts.
I need my hotels to be 4 and 5 stars. Like that has to be a thing. So I know that most likely I'm going to pick the hotel. I'm probably going to pay for it because one, if I wanted him to pay for it, then he would handle the trip. Like, but if I'm handling the trip, I'm like, we're staying at this. And he's probably going to be like, I mean, I don't care, Shay, but like I could stay, at an Airbnb or whatever. So it's like, I think it depends. If it's a big ticket item, if you're used to flying first class and this person's used to regularly just getting a regular ticket, but you're like, I want to fly first class, then you need to.
I'm paying for the first class.
Yeah. That's how I feel, right? So for me, Dr. Love, if someone expects something and it's a relationship and it's, 50-50 and all that. Now, some people don't believe in 50-50. There are people out here who are like, I ain't paying for a damn thing. But I also think that if that's the standard that they set in the beginning of the relationship, and that person has agreed to that relationship, then great. But I'm a regular Joe Schmo, like that's how I am. I ain't sitting on no pedestal. I'm not, dating a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire myself. So we have to work together. If we want nice things or we want to progress in life, we've got to go together. And sometimes that is me paying for stuff. Sometimes that is Nafis paying for stuff. Sometimes I'm stubborn on things where I'm like, okay, well, you can spend money on that, but that's not something I'm not interested in that. So it depends on our interest. It depends on our conviction towards that thing. Right now we're planning a vacation. And so we're trying to figure that out together. Okay, well, what can we afford? And so I just think that there's not a question of what is too much. It depends on what's the standard did you set before when you were in the relationship in the beginning. Because what you can do is switch up, like it's that is, you already set the expectation of where it's going and how it's being facilitated. So it's like,
I guess the only caveat to that is if, let's say, when you first got together, your partner just was having some financial troubles and now they've moved into a place where maybe they can do a little bit more. So maybe you started off doing more just because that person just couldn't, and now they can. So maybe that's something that's changed and maybe you don't have to put out as much as you did before because now your partner can. So, I mean, I'm just kind of thinking of it through another lens, but it does get, sometimes it could be a double standard because, I do know of women who like, I'm not paying a damn dollar on a date,
but
I believe that men should treat, and that's it.
I agree. But I also know that relationships that are with those circumstances, if you give someone all that power just to be the sole person and you're at their beck and call, then that means that you're eating out of their hand a lot. And these are my opinions about how I feel. And what I will not relinquish is my independence of who I am. Meaning I do, eventually Nafis, once he get that doctor degree, he will be head of household. He is head of household now, but like he will be solely, because I told him when we have kids, I'm not working. So there's that.
Well, Nafis, I didn't know that. That's another topic for another day.
Well, like working a 9 to 5.
Trying to sit on
working
her ass and watch TV and sit down
I
and
didn't say
chill.
that. See, I didn't say that. Just working a 9 to 5. Basically being
I'm
like.
just kidding.
But I'm saying
no, I'm not.
But I'm also saying like, I still need to live for something. I still need to achieve something. Like I still, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be kept. And there are some people who do want to be kept. And that's
100%.
fine.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, when you say, how much is too much? Well, what type of person are you? What type of woman are you? What type of relationship do you want? Do you want this person to solely control your movements because they have all the money and you ain't paying for nothing? And do you want to control them with whatever assets you're bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table if this person is paying for everything? So if you want the responsibilities to be shared, you want this to be a shared experience, you want them to, then sometimes you have, it's a little give and take. It's not going to be a one-sided scale.
Facts.
Like we like a lot of balance in our life. We're Libras. We've talked about this.
We can't help
so
it.
We're kind of like, okay, I'll do a little here. But then we do also set that expectation like, this won't be me this time, or this won't be me at all. Actually, in our relationship, I probably will. Like for me, I'll never do a dish. And that could sound snobby, but Nafis also doesn't mind doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I
but we
guess it
have
depends on
the
the
things that
relationship.
he's good at and the things that I'm good at.
Yeah.
Things that I'm good at is aesthetically cleaning. He's good at all the, the taking the trash. Like, and when I see that trash gone and I didn't ask, that shit is so attractive to me. Damn, that's fine. So
Yeah,
I don't
my
know. It
face.
depends on what kind of
Get that
relationship we
trash
have.
out, boo. Yeah. So as always, good thoughts, dear Shay. And how it came up is because I had a really nice date, and I don't mind paying for dates.
Neither do I.
I think that's not a big deal to me.
I swipe all the time.
But I definitely make more than my guy, like probably significantly more. But I don't care. Like I love the person, and I think that's what's important to me. And this topic came up because my friends were like, who are you? Like, you're doing a little bit too much and you should stop. And I'm like, well, how do you define what's too much? So that's what led me to have this conversation with you today, Dr. Love.
What's too much? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's subjective, and they're not in your relationship, and you'll know when it's too much. And, if it's a reciprocal relationship, don't worry. Keep continuing to live your life and be happy. So that's my advice is thank you for the advice. Or thank you for the input, but I'm happy. And,
Hear.
also don't take advice from people who aren't happy. So hopefully this person is happy and in a fruitful, healthy relationship, because if not, I just don't think we should take advice from people who aren't in places where we want to go and what we want to be. So.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks, Dr. Love, as always. And thank you, tippers, for continuing to follow Tipping the Scales wherever you get your podcasts. Peace. Bye.
Bye.